Hello, welcome back to our channel, where we talk about fitness and health. This is episode 9 of The Beginner Roadmap for Muscle Gain.
All right, let's talk supplements. The supplement industry is a massive $150 billion beast. And if you've ever stood in a store just staring at a wall of tubs and powders, all promising the world, you know how confusing it can be. Well, today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to separate what's real from what's just really good marketing.
If there is one thing you remember from this, let it be this number, 95%. That's how many muscle-building supplements out there are, to put it bluntly, a complete waste of your money. We're not going to focus on those. We're here for that other 5%.
So, while most of this stuff is just hype in a bottle, there's a tiny fraction that's actually backed by solid science. These are the things that can give you a real measurable edge. But there's a catch. They only work if you've got your foundation completely locked in first.
Look at this pyramid. It lays it all out perfectly. The huge base at the bottom, your training, your nutrition, your sleep, that's a whopping 80% of your results right there. And then way up at the very top, you see that tiny little sliver? That's supplements. That's your 5%. They're like the final coat of polish on a car. They're not the engine. You simply cannot pop a pill to make up for a crappy diet or lazy workouts. It just doesn't work that way.
Okay, so let's get into the good stuff. Let's talk about those Tier 1 essentials. These are the very few supplements that have been studied to death and have come out on top time and time again. Honestly, these are the only ones really worth your attention and your money.
First up is the absolute king, the GOAT of supplements, creatine monohydrate. This is not some new fad, okay? It's one of the most researched supplements on the entire planet, and its job is actually really simple. It helps your muscles produce energy more efficiently, which lets you push a little harder and get an extra rep or two in the gym.
And the results are actually impressive. We're not talking about feeling better. We're talking about a measurable 5 to 15% increase in strength, plus the potential to gain an extra 2 to 4 pounds of actual muscle over just 12 weeks. For one single cheap supplement, those numbers are kind of insane.
And taking it couldn't be simpler. You can do a loading phase to get it in your system faster, but honestly, the key is just the maintenance dose, just 5 grams a day, every single day. Don't stress about when you take it, just mix it in some water and get it down. Consistency is all that matters.
Next up, protein powder. It's so important to get this straight. This stuff is not magic muscle dust. It's just a tool for convenience. Real, whole food like chicken or eggs will always be the gold standard. But let's be real, a protein shake is incredibly useful when you're in a rush or right after a workout. Think of it as food, just in a powdered form.
So, rounding out our top tier are 2 other heavy hitters. First, caffeine. We all know it, it's in our coffee, it's a proven performance enhancer that just makes tough workouts feel a little bit easier. Then there's vitamin D. It's super important for hormone function, but, and this is a big but, get your levels tested by a doctor first. You should only supplement with this if you're actually deficient.
Okay, now for the really fun part. Let's pull back the curtain on the Tier 3 supplements. You know, the ones with the flashy ads and promises that sound way too good to be true. This is where you're going to learn how to save a ton of money.
You have seen these claims everywhere, right? Branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs. The marketing makes them sound absolutely essential. They promise to kickstart muscle growth and stop your body from breaking down muscle. But what's the real story?
The reality is pretty simple. If you're eating enough protein from food, chicken, fish, eggs, even a protein shake, you are already getting all the BCAAs you could possibly need, and then some. Taking them separately is like buying a whole pizza and then having someone try to sell you an expensive little baggie of just the cheese. It makes no sense. You've already got it.
So the bottom line here is crystal clear. BCAAs are one of the biggest money wasters in the entire industry. Save your cash, just eat your protein.
Ah yes, the alluring promise of testosterone boosters. The marketing is brilliant, preying on that desire to feel young and build muscle easier. But do these legal, over-the-counter pills actually live up to the hype?
The truth, which is backed up by study after study, is a hard no. In healthy people, these supplements just don't raise testosterone in any meaningful way. Just think about it for a second. If a pill you could buy online actually worked like a powerful drug, it would be regulated as a drug. It's that simple.
So our verdict? You guessed it. Another complete waste of money. You want to know the best way to support healthy testosterone? It's free. Get enough sleep, manage your stress, and eat good food.
That's the real booster. And of course, who can forget fat burners? The promises are just incredible. Melt fat off your body, turn your metabolism into a furnace, get shredded with zero effort. This might just be the most deceptive category of them all.
But what's really in those pills? Well, the reality is that a so-called fat burner is almost always just a bunch of caffeine in a fancy bottle that you're paying way too much for. That tiny thermogenic effect they talk about might burn you an extra, 50 calories? A single cookie completely wipes that out. Nothing, and I mean nothing, can replace being in a calorie deficit.
So the verdict here is, well, it's obvious. Don't fall for the hype. If you want that little stimulant buzz before a workout, a simple cup of coffee will do the exact same thing for a tiny fraction of the cost.
So now that we've debunked all the scams, what does a smart, science-backed, and most importantly, affordable supplement stack actually look like? Let's build your action plan.
This is it. This is what an effective stack actually looks like. It's so simple and cheap. You've got creatine for performance, protein powder for convenience if you need it, and maybe vitamin D if you know you're deficient. That's the whole list. Your total monthly bill could easily be under $30.
And the financial part of this is huge. By just not buying the common scams, you could easily be saving over $100 every single month. That's money you can put toward better food, a gym membership, literally anything else is a better investment.
So let's wrap all this up with the most important thing to remember. The world of supplements is 95% marketing fluff and 5% actual science. Your only job is to learn how to ignore all that noise and focus on the tiny little bit that's actually proven to work.
Master the fundamentals first. Get your training right. Get your nutrition right. After that, you can add in these few proven performers to get that little extra edge. And that leads me to a final question for you to think about. Before hearing all this, what was the one supplement you wasted the most money on?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, which give us motivation to make better content for you. See you in the next episode.